What's going on, folks? This is Steve Tucker. We are here today live from Race Day Live. Man, oh man, the Sim Racing Unleashed Season 6 Xfinity Series has begun. We are here from Daytona International Speedway. Where else would we be for our first race of the season? I'll tell you what, these boys, they are about to put on one hell of a show. You cannot go anywhere. Right now, we're just starting qualifying. Tell you what, going to be in an amazing time today already. High above Daytona, night race. You get the fireworks, you get the full field of cars. I'll tell you what, today is going to be a race to not forget anytime soon. Qualifying has begun. It's only 5 minutes. Let's go down trackside, take a look. Right here, Joe, we were in that 28. Looking pretty good right now. Just bringing our tower right here. Joe Weaver coming out. Mike Chamberlain. It'll be fun tonight looking at all the newer cars, all the new drivers. It's going to be a great introduction for Race Day Live to bring in the Sim Racing Unleashed. Heard a lot of great things about this league and these folks. Talked to them pre-race, and so far vibes are high. And I'll tell you what, even higher are going to be the speeds in these cars. There's going to be a lot of good times here today. Right now, Joe Weaver, they're all coming around. Going to get their fastest lap. It's only a 5-minute session, so you got to get it done now. And I'll tell you what, who can tame this track? Daytona International Speedway. Brian Burkhart already up top in that provisional pole, as we're going to have a lot more drivers come down. 51.22, pretty good to start off. But Greg Wood with a 50.47 already. Looking pretty good in that Supra. Number 67. Very cool to see Gary Cottle coming out as well. Larry Blair. Number 73, Monster Energy. Man, I'll tell you what, you cannot miss that car. Love that right now with the 50.42. Gets the provisional pole. Love that. Watch out for him, Eric Jensen. That Realtree.com 99 looking pretty good. Brian Burkhart, excuse me. Coming down P2. A lot of cars on track. Jeff Gilmore. Love this right now. Jason Cavaney in that Reese's 26. I'll tell you what, I can promise you, I'm going to the store after this and getting me some Reese's, man. I'm itching. Love those things. Jeff Gilmore right now in P4. Strong effort. Right now we've got about a minute and a half left in qualifying, so these drivers have to get it done now. Joe Weaver up top in that 28. Havoline Machine gets that top spot, 50.41, squeaks it out, but hold on. Mike Chamberlain has something to say about that in the number 70. Love that right there. Matches the time. Came down to just milliseconds right there. Looking pretty good. Mike Chamberlain. Who else has it? Chris Pfaff. What does he have for him? Shuts it off in P1 for Chris Pfaff, 50.39. Awesome job right there for that 22. Colorful machine. Loving that. Terry Dougie. Or Duguay. Could be Duguay. You'll have to excuse me. I'm sure I'm going to get many of these names wrong throughout the night for these first couple of races. But hey, it's all good. Again, this is an introduction. We're going to have fun tonight with right on board Locksmith and that 14 machine looking pretty good. Gary Cottle, excuse me. 97. What does he have for him? Moves up one more position, P10. So we're now 10 seconds left to go. Terry Duguay, I believe might be his proper pronunciation. Not going to really have that time to finish. Maybe he might squeak this in. No, does not get it. Unfortunate. Well, hey, right now, Chris Pfaff is going to be your pole sitter. Great job for him in that 22 machine. Looking solid. We have 22 drivers here today. It's going to be an absolutely awesome time. To fill you in on what exactly this race will entail, hey, listen to this. 75 laps. A very, very quick race. This will definitely end soon. So 75 laps, you have to kind of get in position now. You can't wait. But we have that first stage at lap 25. So that's going to be massive. You get to 25, you get those bonus points, and then after that, it's a whole new race. But 100% fuel, the choose rule will be in effect. Very cool. We'll talk about that furthermore in the race itself on restarts. And it's going to be a lot of good times here. So I'll tell you what, right now, we're going to go back down trackside and take a look at these drivers. Everybody is excited for this race, man. I'll tell you what, I am pumped up. Finally, back. Season 6 for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. Always a good time. I'll tell you what, these guys are excited. I know I am. Let's get down trackside. And here we go, your pole sitter today. Oh, excuse me, hold on. Where is he? Not currently on track yet. That'll be a bit of a curveball. Here he is. Chris Pfaff. Look at him. That 22 Exalta machine. It has to be Nelly on the side. Looking solid right there. P1 effort. Exactly where you want to be early on in this race. Fantastic job. P2, Mike Chamberlain. In the number 70, strong effort right there for him. Hometown, London, Ohio, loving that. Joe Weaver, 28, another Illinois native. Looking good right there in P3. Larry Blair, the second in P4, love that. Jason Cavaney, P5. Brian Burkhart, rolling off P6 in the number 18, loving that paint scheme right there. Greg Wood, P7, in that 67 Matco Tools machine, looking good. Eric Jensen, 99 Realtree. Man, that silver looks really good. Loving that look right there. Jeff Gilmore rolling off P9 in that Miller Genuine Draft ride right there. Danny Story, P10 rolling off that plain white Monster Energy car. Looking pretty good right there, looking snazzy. Gary Cottle in P11, looking good. David Acacia, I believe, is how that's pronounced. I was educated before the race, and hopefully I said it right there. But in that DeWalt number 20, looking good, starting off P12. David Cassidy rolling off 13th. Paul Pelletier, I think I nailed it. In that 76, looking great. Kyle Munson rolling off P15 in that 40 Phantom machine. Jim Kolmesberger, another one, rolling off 16th. Love that gradient on that car, looking good. Terry Duguay rolling off 17th. Mark Koschik, 33, looking solid today. Jason Adams rolling off 19th. Hey, look at that. Old school Gordon paint scheme. Looking good. And right now, rolling off P20, we have Bob. And then 21st, we have Buzz. A couple of nicknames in the field. Love that. All the fun we're going to have today. But hey, right now, man of the hour, Chris Pfaff. It all comes down to him and what he can do today in this race. You sit on the pole. Can you be there at the end? That's what it comes down to. Right now, pace car is going to pull off. We're going green for Season 6. Barney the Flagman, ready to roll. And here we go. Season 6 is underway. Solid effort right now. You got to be careful. This draft, it's early. It's only a 75 lap race, but they get through turn 1 and they are full song right now at the back stretch. Right now, double file all the way back. Right now, that inside lane going to be working really well. Bolster Chris Pfaff knows what he's doing here. We're going to lead this field around. Very solid right now. Single file already happening here on the inside lane. Chris Pfaff going to be leading us off here. Down low, hold on now, that 26. Jason Cavany gets a little high right there and misses it. Maybe giving it away. Hold on, you're going to get right back in line right there. Things get a bit squirrely, but we're going to hold on to it. Back in the pack, a little further back, 3 wide right here. Got to be careful of that early on. Daytona is capable of holding 3 wide. I'll tell you what, it is not a fun time to do that. Man, a couple of drivers getting real loose back here. They're holding on to it. 2 wide. These Xfinity cars, tell you what, just got a whole revamp, whole new damage model. Hopefully we don't see that in action tonight. Hopefully all these cars finish this race, but... Oh, yellow flag is out! As we're saying that 87, I believe. Man, big wreck right here out of turn 2. What has happened today? Already the big one on lap number 3. Oh my. Fortunately, a lot of drivers. 97, pretty beat up. Gary Cottle. 11 has some left side damage. Oh man, the 14, Terry Duguay has some damage. That front end all beat up. Man, oh man. Larry Blair, the back end. Not too happy right now, but hey, tough break. First caution though, lap number 4. Let's go back and take a look at what actually happened here, because I feel like this is going to be... Oh man, already underway as it happens. We'll try and get a better angle here, but man, oh man, the outside lane looks like they were jostling for position pretty well, but let's go back just a little further, see if we can actually track down. Oh man, it's still in progress. This is a long wreck. All right. Yeah, back here, you're seeing it further back. Drivers just couldn't slow down in time and I guess unintentionally arca braked into, looks like that 87, but we'll go back even further. Looks like this is, this goes back quite a ways here, so. So here we go. So right now, coming into turn number 1, we'll kind of watch back here. Yeah, this 67, Greg Wood. We'll see what actually goes down here, but right now, looks like, I mean, yeah, that's one, oh, just major netcode. That's really all that was right there, folks. And then just an actual pile up. Man, you hate to see that. That's one of the ugly sides of internet and sim racing is, man, that right there, netcode is just not, it's everyone's, it's everyone's enemy. It is not good, but yeah, as you see, just multiple cars piled up. Hate to see it. Wrecks a lot of these good cars. Luckily for them, they have that one fast repair today for the race. And man, I'll tell you what, unfortunately, this will have to be used for a lot of these cars. Not what you want to see 4 laps into a race, but you know what? That kind of thing just happens. And for the folks who might not know what netcode is, it's just, you know, when you have, in this case, 22 drivers in the same, online racing server, depending on where people are in the world and things like that, it's kind of like a lag almost, but it's just, the iRacing thinks one car is here, but it's really, much further away and etc. It's really unfortunate, but that right there is a classic netcode. Either way, a lot of drivers coming down pit road, again, using that fast repair. So how is that going to play into this race? At this point, man, if you use that fast repair now, you really got to be careful the rest of this race. Right now, Gary Cottle got the worst of it there in that caution. Unfortunately, right now in P19, but gonna come down, use that fast repair most likely, and then he'll be good to go. But hate to see it so early on. Still 70 laps to go in this race. It's going to be a great time. I'll tell you what, folks in the chat, really do appreciate you being here. Obviously, you're supporting the league and supporting maybe your favorite driver. So love to see that. Let me know who your favorite driver is. Love to see the interaction. Appreciate any likes to the stream, any subscription to the stream. We're growing pretty quick. Race Day Live, love to see it. And hey, I'll tell you what, soon enough, we're going to get to that goal of 500 subscriptions. And at that point, we'll be able to do some pretty cool stuff. So appreciate all you folks. We're going to have a great season here today and the next 12 races after this here in the Sim Racing Unleashed season number 6. But the one thing we love to see right now, those pace car lights are off. We're going back green here very, very shortly. It's going to be a great time right here. Chris Pfaff leading us off right now in that 22. So far looking pretty good, keeping it up front, keeping it clean. And all these drivers want to get that Daytona win. Everybody wants to get that big win at Daytona. And right now, a bunch of drivers. Right now, a couple of drivers having some issues. Obviously, we saw that wreck right now. Right now, looks like Buzz going by just Buzz in that 51. It's currently 1 lap down. So, whoa, hold on now. Hold on to her. Spins it coming out of pit road. Uh-oh. Gets it going. I'm sure he did not want us to catch that, but we just so happened to catch it. So, hey, you never know what can happen on live TV, right? So, either way, we're coming to lap number 7. We're going to go green on lap number 7. And we'll have about 18 laps to go until stage 1 concludes. So going to be a great time right here. Pace car lights are off. The choose rule is underway here. We will try and catch that for you folks when we can. And right now we're going back green with 18 laps to go in stage number 1. Green flag. Here we go. We're out. Chris Pfaff leads us off. Interesting restart right now. A lot of drivers didn't get the restart they wanted, I feel like. Very, very spread out. Interesting right here. The outside line going to try and make a move here. See what they can do. Get together. Here they come. That low line, though. Man, Jason Cavani. Not sure if he's trying to make something happen there on the outside, but always seems to find himself poking out. The back 3 wide right now. Up high. Oh man, that 99 got a little squirrely. A lot of these drivers don't seem very stable. I'm not sure if that's the setup or the car, but I'll tell you what. A lot going on right here. Not a lot of packed, tight racing. Tough stuff right here. Definitely cutthroat racing. Race number 1. A lot of these drivers in the back, keep in mind, they just got their fast repair used. They were involved in that lap number 3 big caution. So you got to be careful. Right now, it might just be time to chill out and hold on to that car, not wreck it again. Up front, Chris Pfaff in that 22, Joe Weaver in the 28. They have this race on lock right now. Looks like Jason Cavani going to be outside again. Unable to get down low and maybe join that inside lane. He's trying his best. Might have a gap right here behind the number 6 if he wants to get down low. Almost clear, but doesn't quite get it. Not quite there. Right now, great racing. I think everyone's starting to realize, you know what? We have about 15, 16 laps to go until stage number 1 ends. Let's just ride it out and not wreck. Get to the front. Try and go for those stage points. Right now, 67 again, Paul Pelsier on the outside. Excuse me, I believe that was actually Greg Wood, my bad. On the outside. Seems like nobody really wants to make the outside lane work. Down low is pretty well consistent. Definitely looking solid right now as a choice. That 24 machine trying to poke out. He might get lucky here. Number 6, watch out for Bob. Down low again. You can see that damage on the 11 right there. Holmesberger. It's really not that bad. It shouldn't affect him too bad in the draft, but that could definitely play a role in trying to, pushing that car. If 2 drivers were to go tandem. Out of the back. We are too wide. A lot of these drivers can't really figure out which line to choose. Everyone's desperate to get to the front. They want to get those stage points. Or even go for that stage win, but right now they can't quite get there. Lap 25 will hit quick. You can see it. Oh man, dicing. Right now that 24 on the outside, trying to make a move here. All kinds of camera angles. Not sure if that was, but hey, we're having fun over here in the booth. Chris Pfaff so far has led every single lap. Lap number 12 is his right now. In that 22. This first three right here, Pfaff, Weaver, and Cassia. I'll tell you what, they know what they're doing. Tight racing, drafting each other. They're pulling out of ways from that backpack a little bit. I think they know what's kind of going on here, but I'll tell you what, too wide all the way back. If this outside lane can get formation, this could be dangerous for that front pack. Oh, 26 gets down real low to that 11. I'm not sure if that was a side draft attempt or not, but man, that was tough to watch almost. That front pack is gone. 3 cars are drafting tandemly, and they're making it work. That's very interesting to see. They're working together so well, but this pack right here, you have to watch out for them. They're slowing each other down right now, it seems like. Man, look at this. Everyone's squirrely. This is the battle right here, right now for 4th place. Too wide all the way back. You can tell a lot of these drivers here at the back, this mid-pack right here, they're fighting. Lanes are opening left and right. Who do you go with? You gotta find friends. They're starting to figure out right here at the front of that pack for 4th place. But now further on back, this right now is the storm that's brewing. Let's ride on board. Right now, Danny Story. You can see these cars. His wheel is pointed to the left, even down the straights. Looks like that might be helping him make these corners, but I'll tell you what, makes me wonder what these cars went under for the update. Obviously, they had the overall rebuilt damage model, but man, these cars are all over the place. I wonder if that if the steering components are maybe juiced up a bit, but holding a pretty wheel right there is Danny Story. Coming out of turn 4. Excuse me, turn 2. It's still a dogfight, but that first pack right here, Chris Pfaff, Weaver, and Acacia, they're holding it down right here. But further on back, this is the battle. Great overhead drone shots, loving that. Right now, Jason Cavaney leading that inside lane, that secondary pack, it would appear. The outside lane. I mean, look at all these big gaps in between the lanes. It looks like they're just, a lot of drivers are trying to figure out which lane to go with. You know, who can get to the front quicker. Again, brand new season. A lot of new drivers trying to figure out who their friends are, who can they work with. But this is not surprising, especially at a super speedway race. Incredible job so far by these drivers. Right now, a little over 6 laps to go until stage 1 concludes. And the battle remains here. Who can get into that top 10 for stage points? Because right now, Chris Pfaff in those top 3, they are looking pretty dominant right now. Check out Chasen Cavani right now in that 26 Reese's machine, all by himself, somehow making this work. He might have a little bit of a sniff of that draft up ahead, but he's by himself. So he has got that horsepower to just drive away. Very interesting call right there. Or setup potentially in that machine, looking really strong. This pack can figure it out. They can catch that front pack again, but they got to work together. Looking solid right here, man. Up high. Greg Wood, that 57. Jeff Gilmore. Outside lanes making a move right here. Gonna go around Cavani potentially. If they can get organized, they're gonna do a great job. Right now, Chris Pfaff, excuse me. We were in Acacia up front. Yeah, right now, very impressive work by those top 3. If I didn't know any better and I just jumped into this stream late into the race, I would think that there are 3 drivers trying to hold on to the back of hold on to the lead lap, and they're about to get swallowed up by this lead pack. But I'll tell you what, they're really impressive right now. Looking very solid. The outside lane is trying to get around Cavani, but he's holding his own. That side draft in these cars is definitely strong. Right now, we're on lap 20. 5 laps to go remain until stage 1 concludes. Looking very solid right now. Big group. Starting to figure it out. Single file all the way back right now. That lead pack, they caught them. It's a bigger pack. And right now with 4 laps to go in stage 1, the race is on here for stage 1. Jeff Gilmore under pressure. We are 2 wide, about 5 rows back. And this is going to be for your stage win in about 3 laps. Great racing so far right now. Tell you what, this right here looks like to be the pack to get to that top 10. This secondary pack has not been able to catch up or hold steady. It's all about Chris Pfaff right now leading this race. But who's going to make that move to try and steal this first stage away? At 22, under pressure. The outside line actually working right now. Jeff Gilmore right there. Greg, we're going to try and push him here down in the entrance. Coming out of turn 4. Awesome job right now. Two packs working together. This front pack looks like they're going to be the contenders here for the stage 1. But who will it be? We might see a drag race to the line. Lap 24, next lap will be the stage conclusion. At 28, trying to push Chris as much as he can. He's been doing that all race long so far. Been a great pusher. The outside lane doesn't quite have the momentum. The inside lane looks much stronger right now. Chris Pfaff, if he can hold on, he's got this. Outside lane trying to get that going, but only 3 cars deep right now. Got to get a good push here if you're that 57 on the outside. And right now he's getting it. Bottom lane breaking up a little bit. Can the outside lane come across here at the line? But Chris Pfaff, too dominant for Chris Pfaff in that 22 machine. He will be your stage 1 winner. And that'll bring out the second caution of the day for the stage. We've had 1 caution already for incident, but this will be your stage 1 conclusion, the only stage of the race. And Chris Pfaff, I'll tell you what, looking strong right now, has led every single lap in that Exalta machine, that 22. Looking very, very solid. Love that ride, love how it looks. We're gonna go and talk to Chris Pfaff in just a second. We'll let them come down pit road and service their cars. We'll come right back and we'll give them a chat. Alrighty, we're back, folks, at Daytona International Speedway. And right now, Chris Pfaff is going to be your stage 1 winner. Let's try and sneak him in real quick before he goes down into the pits. Hey, Chris Pfaff, man, it's Steve in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey, dude, very, very dominant race so far right now in stage 1, the only stage, and you're the stage winner. Congrats, man. How'd you do it? You have some strong pushers behind you.
I mean, that's what did it. Joe stayed in line with me the whole way, and I mean, I got it easy up here, man. Just hold a good line, hold a good steering wheel, and they did all the work.
Hey, love that, man. We're gonna let you get back down there to pit road. Good luck rest of the way, man. Hopefully we talk to you at the end of this thing, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Have a good one up there.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, that's it. Chris Pfaff coming down pit road. We don't want to obviously elaborate that conversation and lapse his judgment here down pit road. We want him to concentrate. So right now, I'll tell you what, everybody coming down pit road, gonna get those fresh tires. What will that do? Couple drivers staying out. That 24 we see staying out right there. Jason Adams. What does he have up his sleeve? Excuse me. lot going on. Pit lane back up front. Greg Wood, excuse me. Chris Pfaff. 2 tires, 4 tires. Full fuel, definitely. Tell you what, tires here don't really play a big role. In these cars, though, they might. I mean, listen, we're seeing a lot of these guys just, squirreling back and forth, and we see a lot of what seems like loose conditions. So we'll see how this strategy plays off here in the second half of this race after stage 1 is concluded. So far, a fantastic time. Lap number 28. Like we said earlier, this race is going to fly by. And great job right here for these guys. So right now we should be approaching 1 to go. We're going to be choosing. And by the way, they choose here at the start-finish line. So it looks like we'll be doing that up high, like up against the wall for the outside lane, and down low by the yellow line for the inside lane. Very cool process. If you follow our Tuesday League, the ASRA Cup Series, you'll know exactly how that works over there with that group. And here we go. As we come down, what do these drivers decide to do? It's pretty well split. A couple of them going down the middle. That is not going to be good for them, as that typically is going to be a penalty. So again, we'll see how that works for them, but so far, a great job by a lot of these drivers. Very cool graphic. Thanks a lot to Harpoon Design for that time to choose segment. Again, a lot of these drivers picking the outside, picking the low line. Really, I mean, at Daytona, Talladega, you really want to just be where your friends are, right? I mean, if you're down low with, a lot of these guys who you're getting pushed with and things like that, you're going to stay right there. And that's a great job by these guys. We'll see how this operates. We're going green back at lap 30. So a lot of racing left to go. It's just going to get crazier from here. So stick around. It's going to be incredible. But Chris Pfaff, we saw him in that 22. He was your stage 1 winner. We talked to him. He said it. Hey, listen, his job was easy. In P1, leading the race, it all comes down to being pushed. So this race is going to come down to, hey, who are your friends? How are you going to get that support? And will they push it to a win? Or at the last second, will they do what they have to do to get that win themselves? So right now, Jason Adams is going to be leading the field off. We're going back green here at lap 30. This is going to heat up. Here we go. Right now, Jason Adams leading us off here for the beginning of stage 2. Green flag in the air. We're off. Lap number 30. What does Jason Adams have for the field right here in that classic 24 paint scheme? Looking so good right now. Every driver 2x2x2. A great time for one of our favorite segments of the race. Bring the Noise, sponsored by Harpoon Design. Let's get it. And that right there, folks, one of my favorite segments we do, Bring the Noise, sponsored by HarpoonDesign.com. Love them. Go and check out their website, HarpoonDesign.com, for any paint schemes you need for iRacing and for sim racing on the platform. Great job. Right now, Jason Adams holding on to that P1 spot. On the inside, you can tell the temperature definitely was raised at the start of that restart, because right now we are 2 wide, side by side, the entire way, and everyone is starting to figure out how this race is going to play out. Much tighter racing. And Jason Adams in that 24, leading another lap. Looking very, very solid here in that 24. Right here, we're going to ride on board Jason Adams right here. This gyro cam will really show you the kind of banking these drivers deal with. Watch this here. And look at that. As we're seeing multiple drivers here passing Jason Adams on the outside, Chris Pfaff and Greg Wood makes a very good move here around Jason Adams. Solid effort by them to get around him. And Greg Wood is going to lead his first laps of the race. Great effort so far. Mike Chamberlain here on the outside, trying to lead that pack and make it work. He's getting there. If he can get that push, which he is getting, Cavani right now is pushing him pretty heavily. You can see it in that 26. Doing a great job so far. And lap 35. Only 40 laps remaining in this race. We set a pre-race. It's going to fly by, and right now, we are counting down the laps. 2 by 2 by 2 we are. A little update on some drivers right now. Lewis Mitchell, David Cassidy, seemingly out of the race right now, unfortunately. Not really involved. The driver they call Buzz, still 1 lap down. Again, 1 caution can fix that. All he's going to be is that lucky dog and not getting involved in that wreck. And he'll be right there, so watch out for him. Back up front, we have some lead changes potentially. We're 3 wide here. Big turn. Chris Pfaff gets it turned around. The big one is here on lap 36. My, oh my. We thought lap 3 was the big one. Guess again, man. This right here, lap 37. Huge implications for this race. Chris Pfaff in that 22, all kinds of beat up on the back end and on the side. Multiple drivers involved. We are under our 3rd caution of the race. 2nd caution for incident right now. Well, a lot of beat up Xfinity cars. At 28, Joe Weaver. Cavani, oh man, beat up. Not good. Tell you what, that Reese's machine looks like the bottom of your trick-or-treat bag on Halloween. That is just a beat-up mess. Not good right there. But hey, again, these drivers have that 1 faster pair. That could be their saving grace. Let's go back and try and decipher what actually happened there. We saw Chris Pfaff go around. We saw it 3 wide as well, so looks like that might be the case. Let's try and see if we can figure out what actually happened here. Yeah, we're already all kinds of messed up right here. We'll go back further. This might take a second to actually find out what happened. But it looks like it started off with Chris Pfaff. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. We'll go back a little further back in a second. But yeah, that 70 was 3 wide Man. And then just nowhere to really go. 22 almost goes up on his roof. That 40. Again, nowhere to go through that grass. We'll go back just a little further back, see if we can find out what might have happened here. There's a good angle. The 70 was 3 wide, but then just comes down just a little bit into the 22 of Chris Pfaff. And again, just nowhere to go. Maybe he didn't think he was 3 wide. You know, maybe, who knows? But right now, calamity at the start-finish line in the grass. Oh, 26! Cavani. Hold on to her. Up and around. Landed on all fours. Let's go back if we can and right on board Jason Cavani. Oh, my word. Take a look at this. Put your kids in the other room. This is going to be a wild ride. Man just hits the grass the right way and just topples over. Hate to see it. Not good right there. But hey, luckily, obviously, this is online racing and no one's hurt. But hey, great angle right there. Appreciate that. Tough break for a lot of these drivers. Right now, Bob, he's going to be, right now, our current leader. Pace car right now is out. That was a big wreck to decipher right now. They are choosing as they're coming down to that start-finish line. We'll try and cover this as best we can. Outside lane. Again, a lot of drivers out of the race, in the race, fixing damage. All kinds of a mess right now going on, but at 28, Joe Weaver still in it. Keep that in mind. These drivers who were in the front earlier in the race didn't use their fast repair for that first restart. So a lot of these drivers are good to go. Look at this. Chris Pfaff, brand new car, ready to roll. Jason Adams, Danny Story. For them, now they have that track position, so keep that in mind. That might play a big role into this. But right now, Buzz coming down. Didn't get that lucky dog, it would appear. Right now, still 1 lap down. David Cassidy going to be 1 lap down as well in that 17 machine. Eric Jensen still on pit road. Kyle Munson looks like coming off of pit road now in that 40. Good to see that. Joe Weaver. Man, again, 1 lap down as well. Cavani. We'll wait for our scoring system to reline up, but looks like the grid is going to be all over the place right now. We're going to have 35 laps to go to conclude this race right here at Daytona, the season opener for the Sim Racing Unleashed. Season 6 of the Xfinity series. Awesome time right now. But right now, Bob, he's your man. They keep his name short for a reason. That pace car. Lights are off. We're going back green right here. What can these boys do this next 35 laps? A lot of beat up cars. And Joan Cam, it'll be green flag in the air. And Bob gets one hell of a restart. Look at this restart by Bob right here. Greg Wood, though. Hold on. Once these drivers get together, it's going to be a hell of a push and draft to the front. And already you're seeing it. Greg Wood going to try and make it. We're on here on the outside. It's going to get a push by Paul Pelsier. And then Jim Collins-Berger. Lap 40 it is, and right now, 3 wide back here a little bit. That Reese's machine. We just saw him topple over a second ago, but Through the power of Fast Repair, he is back and ready to go. A lot going on right here. This inside lane making it work pretty strong right now. Looking pretty sharp. Again, no more guaranteed cautions. The stages are over. Paul Pelletier going to be leading his first lap of the race, but watch out. Jim Kalmsberger in that number 11. He's got something to say about that. He is right there on the inside. Going to get pushed by that 67. Awesome job right here. Too wide all the way back. Getting kind of dicey. We're not quite at the end yet, but it feels like it. A great angle here. Really shows the banking and also really shows what these drivers deal with. Outside lane looks like they're lined up a lot better, but as they come to the stripe, who's going to get it? Kalmsberger going to be leading that lap right there. Great effort for him. Coming off turn 2 right now, down the backstretch, lap 43. We are past the halfway point in today's race. And we have seen a lot of action right now from the blimp cam coming down that Long Pond straight. Long Pond, hold on. I'm thinking of Pocono. We're at Daytona. We're not quite at Pocono just yet. But Jim Kalmsberger, tell you what, out front in that P1 spot, might lead this lap again by a hair. Pelletier is also making that work. A little bit of slicing and dicing right now. Both lanes looking pretty good. Jason Adams doesn't quite know where he wants to be right now. Kind of trying to make a middle lane work. Looks like he might do it. He's going to get pushed here. Man, oh man, can he make that work? That 28. He's trying to push him. Oh boy. 3 wide for the lead at lap 44. Jason Adams leads another lap. Oh, hold on to that. Kalmsberger almost gets turned right there. Way down low by the yellow line. Has to back out of it. Going to fall in line right there behind that 28. Oh, hold on now. Woo. That's 28. I believe Pelletier getting dicey. Right now, a solid effort by these drivers. Right now, getting past. A lot going on here. Oh my. Right now, excuse me. So our scoring system shows we were actually not actually in the front of this pack in that 28. He is trying to hold on to that lead lap. Tell you what, doing a pretty good job of it right now so far. If he were to get past, he would be that lucky dog if a caution came out. But Jason Adams in that 24 trying everything he can to make it work. What can you do, man? I'll tell you what, Jason Weber looking to get that caution. That'll bring him right back into this. We see how fast he is, even as a lap down car. He is right there. Single file for a while, back to the top 10 and top 15. Everyone else back before. Right now, this is your battle right here up front. Lap traffic getting involved right here. It all comes down to this, man. Look at this. Cavity on the outside, going to try and scoot past. That 7-6 of Pelsier makes it work. Leaves the 40 out to dry a little bit, though. And now that 40, man, oh man, going to get hung out right there of Kyle Munson. We're coming down to 25 laps to go. Lap 49 right now, but next time by, we are 25 to go in the Palm Tree 150 here at Daytona International Speedway. It's been an incredible time here with the Sim Racing Unleashed boys for season number 6. And right now, it is coming down to the conclusion. Who will walk away with the crowning victory tonight? Again, Jason Cavity, not a driver who's fighting for this position right now. He is not in P1. He is actually in 13th place, trying to hold on to that lead lap. Same thing with that 28 right there behind him of Weber. I know that can be confusing for some of the viewership, but that is the case right now. They are not in this race for P1. They are trying to hold on desperately to that front pack so that if a caution comes out, they can be waved around. You can see it right here. This is what it's all about. Daytona comes down to that push. And you push the other driver in front of you, then watch out right behind, you're going to get that push back. All these drivers fighting to get these positions. With 25 laps to go, that Ford Mustang of Munson hot on the tail of Kommelsberger. Oh no, the 28 looks like he might have blown his engine here. Cavity way off pace right here, but Joe Weber blows his engine. We heard it live in that draft way too long. Man, oh man, you don't see that every day. A blown engine for Joe Weber, but yellow flag is out. Looks like we might have had some issues. Oh, on track, a yellow flag's already out. And we're seeing calamity already out of turn 2. Chris Pfaff also involved. Oh man, Brian Burkhart pretty well beat up right there. David Cassidy. Kyle Munson also involved here on lap 24. Unbelievable. So we saw, oh man, who is this right here? I believe that might be Brian Burkhart. That car is all kinds of toast. And then Greg Wood right there also. right in front. Looking like a wheel and modified race. Unfortunate right here for these drivers. Hopefully they have that faster pair left. Right now, let's try and look back at what actually happened there. That was a lot going on. So right now, right here, we're going to watch a couple different drivers. We'll watch Brian Burkhart. So maybe if we can get a glimpse of what happened here. So he backs up here. The 14 just tries to slow down too much. Oh, man, just the 40 actually is the one that was involved initially. But yeah, right here is just bad checkups and trying to avoid it. So it looks like it started maybe with Munson. See if we can get a look right here. Munson up front. Again, Weaver's engine already blew, so the field was already pretty well beat up and out of place. Let's take a look here. Coming down to entry of turn 1. Comes down. Oh, just gets right across the nose of Cavani. And that's what starts it right here. A bunch of these drivers behind him couldn't get wound up in time, unfortunately, and just caused a pretty big mess right here, looks like. So, hate to see that. See if we can go back to Weaver's situation here and we'll watch it live. You might hear it. Right now, really just on the tail of Cavani. And you're going to just see that engine let go. Drafting tight. Again, you got to be careful because there's no air to that engine. Looks like it's not going to happen yet, but we saw it live and that is unfortunate for a lot of these drivers right here. But Paul Pellissier, right now, going to be your leader here with 22 laps to go. More like 20 laps to go once we actually go back green, but pretty wild start right now to this end of the race. Well, folks, real quick, we're going to go and thank our channel sponsors here at Race Day Live. We'll come right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back here today at Daytona. For Race Day Live. Pace car lights are off. We're going to figure this race out one way or another with 20 laps to go. Paul Pellissier right now leading this field. A lot of your favorite drivers are out of this race or having issues, unfortunately. A lot of drivers out of the race or one lap down. Not good at all, but that is unfortunately the case with super speedway racing. It just comes down to sometimes a good place at the right time. And right now, so far, that is Paul Pellissier. Looking very solid right now in P1. Jason Adams, though, in P2. He's managed a way to stay up front. And right now, we're about to go back green. at Daytona. Who is going to walk away from this race? Are we going to see more aggression? What do we have? Green flag about to wave. Ooh, or not. We're going to hold off on that green. Pace car going to come back out, it would appear. Yes, it is. Looks like potentially there might have been some kind of restart error or whatnot. Obviously, drivers coming on and off pit road, so sometimes it's not always easy to get the race back going. So pace car going to come back out on pit road, or on the track, excuse me. You can already see the pace car lights are off, so this will be a one-to-go scenario. So we're going to wave off that green. Pace car going to come back out and then come right back in. I'll tell you what, right now Daytona is going to be an awesome time right now with 19 laps to go once we cross the stripe again. But next week, looking forward to next week, I'll tell you what, Chicagoland is going to be incredible. Always a fun place. Obviously, I think everybody at this point wishes we all went there in real life again, but hey, you know what? Sometimes how it goes. And right now, that's going to be a great time next week for Sim Racing Unleashed Season 6. And, but we have Daytona to figure out right now who's going to break out with their first win of the season. Let me know in the comment section who's your favorite to win. Because right now, we're going to figure it out real soon. Pace car's going to pull off here for real this time. And we're going back green here at the Palm Tree 150 from Daytona Speedway. We're green. Here we go. Paul Pelsier. Oh, big wreck. Oh, my word. What is happening? Oh, Lordy. Just when you thought we might have a restart and no more big ones, we have our third of the race. Jason Adams, one of the bigger victims of this race. Unfortunately, man, oh man, a lot of drivers involved in this one. Kalmensberger, pretty well beat up. Cavani, again, Jason Adams. A lot of drivers who were caught up in that first stage, lap number 3 incident. Chris Pfaff gets through a little bit. At this point, pretty much every driver has damage. Except a few. Paul Pelsier looks like he squeaked through. Lucky for him in that number 76. David Acacia in the 20. And then Mike Chamberlain. Hold on now. He might be a sleeper pick today. Looking solid in that number 70. So far, great effort. Let's go back, obviously, and rewind and see what happened there. But that was rough to watch. Okay, so we'll go back. Looks like it started off. Jason Adams was kind of roughly where it happened. Also, that number 11 as well. So the 11 right there comes down. Kalmensberger. We'll watch him. I believe it might have started with him right here. Cavani in the 26. High. Uh-oh. That number 6. Yeah, it just comes down just a hair too much into the 11 of Kalmensberger, and then off we go. Huge wreck right here. Not a lot they can do. Again, 24 right there, just collateral damage. That number 22, Chris Pfaff, watch out for that. He squeaks on through, does not get involved in this wreck, so that might be his saving grace. The 17 right here, bottom right side of your screen, plows into Kalmensberger, unfortunately, and the rest is history. But A lot of beat up cars right here, a lot of fenders all over the place. Cavani gonna be out of that fast repair, so unfortunately his race might be over right there, but boy oh boy, that it's getting crazy. Daytona, we know how this can work. And right now Paul Pelsier is gonna be your leader. By the time we go green, it'll be about 14 laps to go, 15 laps to go. So definitely interesting for sure. Tough break for a lot of these drivers. We'll see if they pit right here. I mean, again, fuel is at 100%, so you really don't need fuel necessarily. It might help the balance of your car, but looks like nobody came down this time, so it is all set. Race control here might shorten this caution if they are able to get back under green quickly, but right now, again, we're seeing a lot of drivers pretty well beat up. At 17, David Cassidy, not looking too good. Duguay and Adams right here. Munson also coming back down pit road. Not a ton of damage. We saw him being involved in an incident earlier, but not terrible. Kalmusberger, man, yeah, pretty well beat up. Unfortunately, not able to use that fast repair. Cavani really done for the day. And as you can see on the tower right there, many drivers down pit road. And at this point, it's just damage control. You're most likely going to have to finish this race with a pretty well beat up car. So if you can make that car just hobble around the track for about 14 more laps, and you know what? You might just nab a top 10, because sometimes these races are about survival. As we're choosing right now, up high and down low. Chamberlain choosing the outside. A lot of drivers here choosing down low, so we'll see how that works. 2 drivers so far on the outside versus all those drivers down low. Outside lane will definitely need help to get around, but we'll see how this works for these drivers. But pace car lights are off. We're going to go back green here with 15 laps to go for the Palm Tree 150 here at Daytona International Speedway. Tell you what, if this season is anything like this race, it's going to be a great time. So stick around, leave a like on the video, leave a subscription if you can. If you like what you see, we do appreciate it. We're getting so close to that number 500 subscription. We are getting closer and closer. Love that. Love the support. Tell you what, I am Red Bull excited for what this series, Sim Racing Unleashed, is going to provide us and the fans, you guys, all season long. So, going to be a great time right now. 2 more corners to go, and then we're going to go back green. Tell you what, 15 laps to go. A lot is on the line today. That outside lane, though, not looking too great. Led by Mike Chamberlain. What are they going to do? They have no help behind them. They're going to have to get down low as quick as they can. That's really all they have. So we'll see how that works out here in a second. Here we go. Yellow flag is about to go away. Green flag in the air. Pelsier is leading us back to green. We are go here at Daytona. I'll tell you what, every driver right now is all over the place. Not a great restart for the field. But what can they do to get back around? Get up to speed, start drafting the person in front of you. Here we go, this field right here, front, this top 5, they're starting to figure it out. Great job, Pelsier right now leading the field in that 76 machine. That 20, David Acacia back up front. Busy race for him, but finds himself back to the front of the pack. This time pushing a different car. Chris Pfaff, stage 1 winner, still in P8 after an eventful race today. Again, trying to get back to the front. Has some left side damage and left rear damage. Might not be a lot though. Trying to fight back to that top spot. And right now, as you're seeing, this is pretty much the field right now. About half the field is out or on pit road or even multiple laps down. So right here, these are the drivers going for this big victory today. Great job, the outside lane trying to make a move right here. That number 11 doing what he can right here. If they can just get some help. There it is, Chamberlain gonna come up high. Just gonna stall though, unfortunately. That low line is really, really strong right now. Being led by Pelsier, excuse me. Incredible job. Look at that wheel. Way far left right now, even down the straights. Cassia looking good on the inside. Pushing Pelsier as much as he can right now. Look at that rearview mirror, side-by-side racing all the way back. Starting to get two lines, starting to work. Coming down to 11 laps to go. Who can get this? Incredible job here by this field. Everyone's starting to get 2 by 2 by 2. This is where it starts to get dicey right now. This is your field. Everyone else, unfortunately, either wrecked or on pit road. Chamberlain way up high. Pelsier up front, still being pushed by Devin Acacia. Danny Story, I haven't talked much about him today, but I'll tell you what, looking really strong right now at the end of this thing. A lot of drivers up front that weren't necessarily up front at the beginning of the race, but all they did was survive. And that's what super speedway racing can be sometimes. It's just attrition. You put yourself into a position to get to the front at the end of the race, and now you're in it. So now what do you do with it? Outside lane trying to make a move here. Looks like Jeff Gilmore. That 99 of Jensen. Again, keep in mind, he is not on the lead lap in that silver Realtree machine. But he is up there as if he is. Oh, gets loose right there. Maybe got pushed the wrong kind of way. You can see it 9 laps down for Eric Jensen, but leading the field right now, or that outside lane trying to lead, trying to make anything happen. Right now, if you're any of these guys right now, Jim Kolsberger. The outside lane is pretty much derived of guys who are a lap down or more. So very interesting right here. But Mike Chamberlain, if you're that orange number 70 machine, you've got to be annoyed. You're behind drivers who are a lap down. They're kind of getting in your way. What do you do? Seven laps to go here at the stripe. Pelsier, again, still being pushed by David Acacia. Again, the outside lane, not really competition because, again, they are lap down drivers. Jason Adams coming back on track right here. He's also about to be on the tail end, about to be put a lap down. How does he hold on to this? Gonna go on the high line here. Incredible job by these drivers right now. Up front, turn one. Exiting turn two. And Pelsier still up front. Watch out for that double yellow line. You cannot pass that. Chamberlain still up front, up high. You got to think if that lone line can get going just a little bit more, does that 20 of Acacia, does he jump out in front of that silver 99 to try and pass Pelsier for the win? A lot can go down here with 5 laps to go. It has pretty much stayed the same now for a couple laps. Up high and down low. Position's really not changing. At some point, you got to think someone's going to make this move and try and go for this win. Couple cars right here, up high. Kyle Munson and Larry Blair. They're going to stay up high here. Let these drivers pass on by down low. And that'll be a nice easy transition. That 20 car of Acacia, you got to think that high line right now is open. Do you go for it? Does that 57 go with you? Gilmore. When do you make your move? Your move? You're in P2 or 3. They got to make it soon, and right there you see it. That 57 of Jeff Gilmore jumps to the outside. It's go time. 3 laps to go. You're seeing the moves begin. Jeff Gilmore on the outside going to try and get a push here from the 87. David Acacia. Still a fantastic pusher. Pushing Paul Pelsier. Potentially to that win, but that 14, Terry Duguay, he's making a move here. He's out front in 3rd. Two laps to go for the boys of Sim Racing Unleashed at Daytona. Paul Pelsier in the catbird seat leading this race. But you got to think P2 and 3 are going to make their move here at some point, but when do they do it? Is it going to be a last lap pass? Is it going to be another big wreck in a green-white checkered finish? We are about to find out. Here he comes. The white flag lap is here for the Palm Tree 150 for the Sim Racing Unleashed Season 6 opener. Paul Pelsier. One more lap around. That 20 car looking around. What can he do here? Who's he going to get pushed by? Oh, he gets turned around. Down goes the 20 in a big wreck behind. There goes everybody. Right now, Paul Pelsier all by himself. That is not going to bode well. Can he have enough to get around to the start-finish line? Can these drivers hold themselves together and draft to get back to the front? It is not going to be enough. Paul Pelsier is going to be your winner today for the Palm Tree 150 at Daytona. Man, oh man, an incredible last lap. All kinds of issues right there. The 20 of Agassia got spun. You hate to see it. But on the last lap, drivers have to try and make a move for that win. And Pelsier did what he had to do. Stayed up front and got it done. Fantastic job for Paul Pelsier in that 76 Texaco machine to get that win today. Awesome effort from him and the team. David Cassidy in that number 17, some front end damage. Tell you what, another story of just surviving, and David Cassidy makes it happen. Love to see that. And then Danny Story rolling off and finishing P3. Amazing effort for him and that 87 Monster Energy machine. P4, Mark Koshik has some damage there. Might have been involved in that last lap incident. And then Mike Chamberlain rounding up the top 5. You see the scoring pylon. That will be your finish. And Paul Pelsier, burn them down. Incredible effort there by Paul Pelsier. Walks away. Gonna tear up that Daytona International Speedway. Paints in the grass. He's gonna walk away, our Daytona champion. Love to see that, folks. We'll be right back. We're gonna go thank our channel sponsors, and then we're gonna come back and talk to our top 3 of the race. We'll come right back. Folks, we are back right now. We're going to go talk to our top 3. As always here at Race Day Live, we're going to go talk to our top 3 backwards. So we'll go from Danny Story. We'll start off with him. So Danny Story, see if we can sneak him on in here. Let's bring him in right here. Hey man, Danny Story, you got me? It's Steve in the booth. Hey Danny, it's Steve in the booth, man. You got me? Hey Danny, it's Steve in the booth, man. You got me?
Hey Steve.
What's going on, dude? Hey, pretty eventful race, but hey, you walk out with a P3 finish, man. How'd you do it?
By luck, I would say. That was quite a finish there. I ended up finishing 9th in the end, but I got a black flag there at that last wreck. So,
man, tough break for sure. But hey, awesome job right there. Wait, you told me, did you not finish P3? You said P9? Hold on now.
Yeah, across the line P3, but then it dropped me to ninth with a black
Oh
flag.
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Our scoring pylon says P3, so not sure how that's ruled, but hey, you know what? We'll talk to you anyway. It's cool. But hey, good race. Man, give us any shout outs you might have, any sponsors, and we'll catch you next week at Chicagoland, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was a wild night. Great race.
Yes, sir, right there. Danny Story apparently not finishing P3. So, hey, crosses the line third, but a black flag, unfortunately. So, hey, you know what? Might not have actually finished P3, but all good. We'll bring in our actual P3 winner today, Mark Koshik. How's it going, man? Steve in the booth, you got me?
Gotcha.
So, apparently, Danny Story crosses the line P3, but nope, black flag falls down to P9, so you're awarded P3. How'd you do it, man? Pretty eventful race.
Yeah, I noticed that at the end. All I was trying to do was survive at the end, and when I got third, I said, all right, somebody did something wrong, but I don't know what happened. All I know it was a hot race down here at Daytona. You know, they got those Florida bugs. Some of them were climbing inside of my racing suit. It was like very antsy the entire race. Cars were swerving around. And I usually wait in the back on these things and try to go somewhere at the end.
Yeah.
And today I waited in the back and I actually got somewhere at the end. So I'm very happy with with the way it ended up.
Hey, man, love that. Great job again. Congrats from the P3. Hey, give us any shout outs you might have, any friends, family, sponsors. And then, hey, next week we'll catch you in Chicago.
My friends and family are out here racing, so this league is a great league, and everybody who shows up to race each week I really appreciate that they do this, and I appreciate that you guys are, I haven't seen the broadcast yet, but I'm sure it's great.
Thanks a lot, man. Hey, congrats again. We'll see you next week at Chicagoland.
I hope I see you guys next week.
Alrighty, Mark Koshik, great guy. Tell you what, good vibes all around. We'll bring in P2 right now, David Cassidy. Bringing him in, David Cassidy. It's Steve in the booth, man. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, dude. I'll tell you what, eventful race for you. But hey, at the end of the day, survived. Just the attrition sometimes at these tracks. That's all it takes. And you walk away P2, man. How'd you do it?
To be honest with you, I have no idea. I was in a wreck early and got some repairs done, and then the last caution, I had a lot of front end damage. I didn't think it was going to be enough to. I didn't think it was going to be enough to even stay with them, but it was. So I got as much as I could get fixed. I got fixed and went back out. I was down 2 laps early and ended up managed to get them back, and then just lucky that I avoided that last little wreck there coming out of 4 or going into 3 or whatever it was. Happy with it.
Yes, sir, man. Love that. Really good to see that P2 starting off the season. Great effort for sure. Hey, next week is Chicagoland. It's going to be a lot of fun. But hey, today, go and celebrate. Give us any shout outs you might have. I don't know, sponsors, friends, family. What do you got?
Thank the guys from SRU. They're a real good group of guys to race with, and you guys for doing the good job in the broadcast.
Hey, man. Yes, sir. Congrats again. We'll see you next week, buddy.
All right. See you later.
Already, David Cassidy right there for P2. I love that ride. I gotta tell you, it looks like a nice rusty car. Looks old school. Looks war-torn. Love to see that number 17 there out on the track. But right now, man of the hour, Paul Pelsier. Let's bring him in. Hey, man, it's Steve in the booth. You got me?
I sure do.
Hey, man, hell of a race today. You were all over the place at some points. Survived some of the bigger ones and just walk away with P1. You get a good push there from Acacia late in the race. Unfortunately, his race ended abruptly. But hey, man, talk us through it. How'd you do it?
Well, a little bit of luck and a lot of help from my teammate, Dave Acacia. Somewheres around lap 40 or so, there was a wreck, and I sneaked through it and ended up towards the front. And after the restart, I think I was on the outside, and I got pushed by I don't even know who up to the front, and it all worked out, and thank God, and a heck of a way to start a season with a win at Daytona. Wow.
Love to see it, man. Hey, it's going to be a good time. Great season. I am just pumped up for this season. A lot of good guys here. hey, give us any shout outs you might have, any friends, family, sponsors. And hey, next week, Chicagoland's bound to be a good time.
Yeah, big thanks to Texaco Havoline and the Ford. And once again, thanks to all the guys in this race. I'm sure we put on a great show. Everyone raced hard and clean, and it was a lot of fun. But I'll tell you, the last 30 laps, I was just holding on for life. Because what happens behind you, you have no control over.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, congrats, man. Go celebrate. We'll see you next week at Chicagoland. Been a pleasure, dude. Great start to the season.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Well, that's Paul Pelsier right there, and that's 76 silver and black Ford. Love that paint scheme. Classic look right there. Burning it down in the grass. Awesome, awesome job today. Well, folks, that is going to be it today for Race Day Live. That's going to be it today for Sim Racing Unleashed here at Daytona. Absolutely incredible time today. High above Daytona International Speedway. You love to see it. Next week, we've already talked about it, Chicagoland Speedway, one of the best tracks on the circuit, in my opinion, for these cars, but also just in general. Tell you what, Daytona International Speedway proved to be a great race, a great time. Multiple big ones. Maybe not a surprise winner, but a great winner right there in Paul Pelsier. All kinds of drama and narratives to lead us off for Season 6 of the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. Folks, thanks again for being here for Race Day Live in the race. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button. It actually helps us a lot more than you think it does. And I'll tell you what, we'll be here next week for Sim Racing Unleashed live from Chicagoland at 8 p.m. Eastern Time next Thursday. We appreciate you. Love you so much. Have a good night.